Alright, there we go. Start stream
Mm.
and XRLX2 round 13.
Yeah.
I think, are we waiting on anyone else? I don't know. How much people are reserved in here to drive today? Check real quick. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 people? Nope, we're missing one person. Just one for today. Hey, let's get a championship update. What's it looking like? It's been a while. It's been 3 weeks, maybe 4. We had a
Oh
lot
Lord, I
of
gotta turn the
rules.
PC on. Oh Lord.
Alright, get that started up. You gotta get your ritual, your donate to Zola ritual going too.
I don't have money today.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Zola's been living off those tips. This is life right there. This is life savings. I'm giving him.
You know, I will have five
You have to go
if
homeless. You don't
somebody.
have to go homeless.
I will have five if somebody decides to offer me something in Belgium.
Let's not go there just yet. That's story for next week. Story for
No,
another
no, no.
time. No. I think it is a story for another time. Let's not go there. That's a bit outrageous for here.
Oh, we're doing short quali?
Uh, are we?
I believe we are. Oh,
I
well.
didn't check. I didn't see. Is it short quality?
No, 18 minutes.
Yeah, no, that's not short quality. And we have over 10 people. It'd be weird if we did. We get everything turned on. It's been a while.
Gotta knock the dust and the all of it off of it.
Yeah.
Cannot
Who's
believe
this
I set a
for?
22-2 here, but I'm never gonna touch that time again.
I mean, in my league, there's also no track limit, so I might have played a part.
I don't even abuse track limits like that. Trying to prey on my downfall or something? Like, come on
Of
now.
course. Surprisingly, we plan to be teammates next season.
Yeah.
Looks like
Okay, let's get a
Williams
weather
on the track.
update.
It's Abu Dhabi. It's honestly, you have the worst luck in the world if you take part in Abu Dhabi and it rains. You should probably just like quit. I don't know. Stop driving.
Zola, go to the weather right now, young man. Go. Right now, young man. I know you're listening.
You called
Right
that
now.
bad young? I bet. I think it's full quality. Let's get the weather update. Let's see what the tire track temps are saying.
Come on,
It's a
Zola.
very rough circuit. It would be a two-stop, as I say, if that pit lane wasn't so long. It's going to be a race of tire wear and tire management for the most part. Hoping it's not too dull, though.
Zola, I need you to go over twice. Come on, man. Man? Don't go out of that pit lane. No, no, sir. I think he went out. No, he
I'm
didn't.
just running on board with Q1. Q1's always relaxed. This is just like chill time. It's fun time here. Q1, everyone just setting one lap. Not enough people to be or have eliminations here. We're all just chilling out and watching people go around. And you're just yelling at Zola for no reason.
He needs to give me the weather.
It is Abu Dhabi with man. You don't think you need a tire track temps.
That's exactly what I want. Actually, you told me to get a X2 standings update. I got you.
Alright, let's get that.
That was some good maple leaf bacon. Appreciate you guys over there.
Weren't you like saying that our country's burning down because of all the wildfires of like a couple
No
weeks ago?
comment, no comment, no comment, no comment.
Bro. Do you forget where the maple syrup comes from? Where maple comes from, big dog? You're not getting any more of that.
Irons is leading the championship by just take a guess how many points.
4.
1.
Oh dear. Still without a win. He's still just defending with his life. Maybe it might. He said it's gonna change.
He doesn't have a
today,
single win, and Wayne has 4. He's
I
still
think-
holding on to it.
Oh, is that Zola? No, that's the Mercedes or J-Lo. The one just impeded low. It's only Q1, so it shouldn't matter too much what he did. He wasn't the apex. No, should have been there more traffic for low in sector 3. This isn't a problem. Only 11 people. We didn't really be getting traffic, but a lot of people.
We've
taking the route
actually,
slow.
there's actually a 4-way battle that could go on. Zola's 20
Okay,
points
okay.
behind, and Harry is 23 points behind. No, Zola's 21, Harry's 24 points behind the leader, and then Wayne's 1. So, I mean, it would take, like, a miracle for Zola to get it. Or for Harry to get it, but Harry did have 3 straight wins, a 5th, and then didn't go to Hungary, but's here today. So,
I mean, there's a lot of rounds left to decide. There should be around 6 rounds left after this, I believe.
you've got, 6, you've got, no, 5 after this.
Ooh, so we're coming to crunch time actually now.
What is
Near the end of the
LVG?
season.
LVG's Las Vegas?
Yeah. Oh, we have Vegas here. Oh no! Oh, whose idea?
Oh,
was
no,
that?
no,
Oh,
no,
lock
no,
them up,
no.
lock them up, lock them. Jeff, if that was you for watching this, you'd be locked up for that decision right there. I'll be real with you. Vegas? Yeah, nah. You're wild. That's a wild decision right there, in my opinion. That's like Monza, but worse, that track.
How many points did I get in the football predictions?
I actually realized Vegas is literally if they made Monza a street circuit. That's actually what
Very.
Vegas is. It's gonna be a rough day come, well, what date is that? Sometime December, early December, I take it. It's gonna be rough. What J-Lib said. J-Lib said 23.8. They're in the low 23s we predicted in that practice session. On soft tires, I thought it would be a good time, so we were telling Liam, or Shikari. Low 23s is where you want to be at. And time trial.
Irons in a missile. Wait, Wayne's not in the session. No, he is. I just couldn't see
He
him.
is. Harry sits at 24.5 on hards. It's a good time, actually.
I'm used to looking for Wayne in an Alpine because when I was in X2, that's when me and him fought, and we fought almost every race, and he was in an Alpine.
Harry sits at 24.5 on hards. He's in contention for pole. He'll be in the low 23s on softs if we're going by delta differences. Entire compound. Who's the battle for pole looking like? As Wayne goes into the 23.7s on medium. So yeah, I think it's between Wayne, Irons, and Harry so far in the battle for pole. Everyone's setting their laps. I'm just going to go back to the pits and probably retire. Not enough people to have eliminations. So just a more casual part while everyone gets settled down and back into the rhythm. More casual part of the entire event. Who do you think takes pole, Hayes? Let's get a mini prediction.
If Wayne sits a 123, he's a little manipulator. That's what he is.
My shout for pole was Irons or Edgar, who was the one person who decided not to show up. So there goes half of my prediction. It's all on you, Irons. No pressure. It's all
My prediction is Harry, Wayne, or Irons.
That's pick one.
Pick one, just one.
Wait, I just said it was them.
Irons.
Get pulled.
Irons
Pick
is a
one.
qualifying demon.
Oh,
We know
double
this.
Down. Oh, we're double
down on
Irons. Irons, if you fail us, we cold you at the stake, or we burn you at the stake if you fail us. Come on.
I'm gonna come into your room and start chanting, man. Don't do it.
He's a Native American too, so don't take the chance lightly. It'll happen. You get skinned alive, but other than that, we'll see if you can actually claim pole come Q3.
Bro.
Hey, you're not denying it. You know that's what your culture is. Back in the days, at least, I'm pretty sure they skinned. I mean, that's like your whole
Scalped.
thing, skinning animals, and stuff now.
Scalping too.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really know about that, but it's like the hunting and stuff. That was like your guys' mojo back then, hunting. But anyway, back to that fun stuff.
Hold on, I'm about to have 3 Twitch chat. tabs open because I'm watching Mongrel play OG Fortnite, so.
Oh dear. Well, I think Lowe, Snow hasn't backed out of his lap just. No. Yeah, he has. CK Lowe's backed out of his lap. Maybe just, I'd say a little bit of a waste of tire sets. Looking at that. I would just retire if I were this driver. No need to set any more laps than you have now.
11% race. 11% chance for rain during the race. Oh. Wow.
11%. That's not high. It's not ridiculous.
Still pretty high. Shaqiri sets a purple sector 1. In an absolute missile of a car.
And he's repping the Ferraris. Are both Ferraris showing up today for X1?
Finally.
Are both Ferraris showing up for X1 today, or am I just like...
I'm showing up. I think Meerkat will show up too.
So I'm going to be in a wall by turn 5, or by lap 5. Alright, good to know.
Do you just hate the Ferrari? Come on.
Y'all hate me. You guys have taken me out, like, like, almost every single DNF I've had has been at the hands of a Ferrari, I'm pretty sure.
No, you're wrong.
It was Sasha subbing in Ferrari for Azerbaijan, took me out. You took me out in Portugal, didn't DNF me. Meerkat took me out in Canada, DNF'd me. Also Ferrari. All three of you are in a Ferrari. What are my other DNFs? Or what are my other incidents?
I'm the only one who did.
Always the Ferraris.
When you absolutely sideswiped someone in Abu Dhabi. Who'd you... What was that? That was an X and A.
That was X and A. That was Waddington, X and A.
Absolute sideswipe right there.
I think the only accident that wasn't at the hands of Ferrari was the AVS in Spain. That was the accident that.
By the way, you need to do penalties in your own server. Because there's one that is about me, and I can't say anything about it.
And that's Delta. I mean, I'll check it. Usually that's a Delta button. I can take a look at it.
I'll just say this: it's me pushing someone wide. There's no damage.
We're right on board with Harry. We'll see. He's on the soft now. We'll see what type of pace he has. If he can match up to Irons. Should be. He set the 24.5 on hard, so Delta should be around 1.5, 1.6 seconds.
Let's see what this sector 1 time's gonna be.
Well, look at this.
A 17.4. That is fairly quick.
That's matching us. That's matching us.
Yeah, that's matching us.
This is very quick. He's looking very quick in sector 1 minimum for now. We'll see what he has to. This chicane's where majority of the drivers have been struggling in sector 2. Or throughout the entire lap.
You can't get too far over on that curb, or else the game will send your car into the ground.
Getting nice and we went over the flash curve there. He's gone narrow. He's gone very narrow, actually.
Yeah, very narrow.
You get the point straight, though.
Didn't keep any range, any motion at all.
He's looking for a mid-35 in sector 2. We're all with sector time.
It's 2/10 up.
For us. He's lost a lot of time.
This is where the hard struggle is, this final sector. This is such a technical grip area.
This is where you gain or lose a lot of time. This is where you make or break your lap right here to the hotel section.
It was really wide. Doesn't eat the curb as much.
Nearly in the wall.
Yeah, nearly into the wall. Nearly a Nicholas Latifi.
Indeed. And he invalidates for that. So he's going to go into the pits and just cut his losses before he ends up in a barrier. Zola to the chicane now. And we're the only one not to set a lap. That doesn't have a quali ban, of course. 2 drivers with quali bans, Windex and Herbie. Now do some comeback driving today. Sola. Purple sector 2 is what the graphics are showing us, but we don't know for sure. EA's been a bit buggy. See how he gets on to sector 3. This is one of the tighter corners. Very hard to get tucked to the right. This corner always off-camber. Very hard to get the throttle down without spinning it. This corner here, flat out. Easy as you like, and just close out the lap with the final corner, trail break in, a low
there we go.
Lose a bit of time, but to the line now, and 23.6. That puts him P2. Good lap.
P2. Wayne's on a lap, a 10th up through sector 2. No, a 10th up through sector 1. 5 tenths up through sector 2. Uh-oh. Irons is about to have a real threat.
This is an Avengers level threat right now for Irons. Seems to start leaning forward if he wants to beat Wayne. If he puts down.
Oh yeah, Wayne's taking the perfect line too. Look at this. Perfect.
Wayne's really been up in this game. Well, very good third sector. He's going to be absolutely flying.
That was absolutely beautiful. That actually, like, chef's kiss. Jeez. And a
That's in the
22.8.
22.8. He's in X1 pace here at Abu Dhabi, and that is not going to be good for the rest of the grid. Oh boy, it's Q1 minimal tire, or not tire, a track. What's its face again?
Minimal track grip, track like evolution.
Evolution, there you go. Track evolution, minimal track evolution into the 22s. I think mine in the practice session was a 22.7, so he's X1 pace for sure. Here at least.
I think my fastest lap here is a 22.2. That's in short quali.
No, it's going to look rough for Irons later. Our shout for pole is now 0.6 behind the McLaren in Q1.
I believe Snake is going to be the next one starting his lap.
Is this short quali? Because these guys are all going out. I'm sorry. Is this short quali? Is he on pole?
I
all
don't
keep going out. None of
know.
them are retiring. Is this short quali? This might be short quali.
Yeah, I think this may actually be short quali.
They all keep going out. This might, in fact, be the battle for pole. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, everyone's just
using
multiple sets.
Which is odd. They don't do this usually. So this might be short quali. I wasn't paying attention, unfortunately. But
They'll usually go out on one set of mediums, hards, or softs, and then immediately retire.
I think we'll know. If Irons goes out again, this is probably short quali. But for now, and low invalidates, he'll stay P6 for now. That might be his final run. But for now, what I believe is that it's full quali. Which is odd, seeing how many tire sets are using in one qualifying session.
I'll check the server and see if they said anything.
Well, could actually be on the front row here. 3/10 up on the time before he invalidates. He could be on the front row if he hooks up a lap. He's got one more attempt, I believe.
Yeah, it's short quali.
Oh, it's short quali. So this is a battle for pole, actually. Oh my, I thought it was Q1. No, it's a battle for pole. Purple sector 2 for Snake is what the graphics are. That's only 1,000th up on his time so far, though. Maybe he finds it all in sector 3.
Speak, brother, speak.
It's a bit of a tongue twister, that. And through the hotel sector, it's looking good. A bit slow. He's on a push lap.
And he braked a little bit going out of that final corner.
Yeah, maybe just having some issues with the off-camber corner. Still the line now. He's looking for a 23.
It looks like it's going to be a 23, yeah.
And he jumps up to P3. He jumps up to P3. Very good lap. 23.5 from him. And Irons comes out back to the track. As what a shock this has been.
And here comes Wayne. Here they come. Oh no.
A complete shock to my system, as this is not long quali. This is short quali. As we jump aboard a constant, the only driver on a hot lap right now. We'll see what he's saying for sector 1 coming to the timing line right about now. 5/10 up, flying rapid. He's looking at a 23 right now, on pace for it. Maybe in mid-17s.
Who are you commentating on?
On board
and Irons leaves the session.
And Irons leaves the
session. Oh no.
He's got time to reconnect, but that's a bit unfortunate for him.
His car went into the pits. His car got teleported back into the pits. Oh, no.
Oh, that's it. And that's it for Irons. His pole chances are over as Conti gets very slidey. A bit of an anticlimactic end to qualifying there, as Irons has been sent back to the pits with not enough time to get another lap done. So right now, only one that can challenge Wayne is looking like Harry or Snake, and Harry is on an out lap as well. They're all out. I'll just wait and start the laps. On board a constant. Didn't check his sector 2 times. Looking good. Looking to improve from 9th and last right now in terms of the runners. Through sector 3 is where you make or break your lap. As we're saying, goes in narrow, as we can see there, through this left-hander. Does he keep it on track? He plays it very conservative, actually. Flat out through here. He takes a lift, a little comfort lift. Maybe not too comfortable with that. And through this final corner, 23 is gone, 24 is gone, 25.8, and that's not good enough. He stays P9. Riding on board with Harry, going to be one of the top drivers next to the lap. Coming through turn 2, up to turn 3. Does he get a hook back to the apex? Good line. A bit of traffic control there on exit. Maybe just overstepping the throttle bounds will lose him a bit of time, but nonetheless, it was a very good line coming to the chicane where you make or break all of the sector 2. Keep it very close to the left-hand side through this first bit. And rocket out of the second bit. Keep it off the curb. He does. Gets a bit slidey though, a bit wide. But nonetheless, still good exit. We'll see how far up he's off in this time coming to the end of sector 2. Crossing the timing line as we go into this long left-hander. And he's 7/10 up. Massive time there, and he's looking for pole. He's searching for it. coming to the hotel section now. Getting to this left-hander, keep it nice and far, middle of the track. Good line, a bit wide actually through this part, now under the hotel bridge. All wide there, the off-hander catching them out, just can't get it tucked to the apex. Flat out through there, into the final corner, get it hooked onto the apex, right apex, perfect line, good throttle into the line now, and the 22.9, just about, but not close enough. So close yet so far, on board with the McLaren who's on his lap next. It's Wayne. See if he can improve. And he's gone to the pits. He's aborted two tenths up. Not going to improve. He's aborted his lap.
Here comes the Williams of Lowe right around the corner, looking like a good lap, and that's P6 for Lowe. Zola 2 tenths up through sector 2, finishing up sector 3 now, rounding the final corner. Does he stay out? Yes, he does, going around the final corner. To the line, it's going to be a 23.3, and that's P3 for Zola. Irons, absolute heartbreak. J-Leb coming around the final corner, going to be the next Merc to finish, looking like a good lap. Oh, and it stays where he is in Shikari, and that rounds out qualifying.
He's 4 tenths down this time. He will not be setting any sort of quicker laps, and that is your final order for qualifying. At least
Stoic, how many people you predict in DNF? 4 or more? 3 or less?
3 or less.
3 or less?
We all know X1's where all the incidents happen.
I'm putting 5,000 channel points on this.
I'm saying 3 or less, because X1 is where all the chaos happens. These lads usually keep it a bit clean. I say maybe Windex punch somebody, and that's about all the incidents you'll see. Nonetheless,
Windex
that looks
punch
like your
somebody.
And it was short quality. That is your order for qualifying. Wayne's on pole by a massive 1/10. Harry starts P2. Zola starts P3. 5 tenths back. Big gap between the front row. Irons behind him, P4. Unlucky to get disconnected there at the dying stages of quali. The Merc of J-Le. Oh no, it's the AlphaTauri Snake to start at the head of row 3. And the AlphaTauri. J-Leb P6. Low P7. Shikari P8. Constant P9. And Windex and Herbie with quali band. Start P10 and P11.
See if Windex can make an absolute charge through the grid.
We saw that in Mexico once before. I think he threw it away somehow. Mexico
Yeah,
had a brilliant start.
No, he tried to go wheel to wheel with somebody through turn, whatever it was.
Yeah, he had a brilliant start in Mexico and then threw it away at some point in the race.
Let's see. Zola, press X, please. Pleading.
What time do we go? What time are we going?
27. 12:27 for
Alright, you got 4 minutes. Get your water, get your snacks. Here we go. We're back in action for X2. This is what everyone shows up for here. The race start. Everything happens. Do you think anyone can challenge Wayne today after seeing that quali pace, Hayes?
Maybe.
Because he set his lap way earlier than Harry did on less track evo.
Okay, so we've got. Okay, it's all dry. It's gonna be cloudy, but it's all dry.
Yeah, you can see the clouds in the background.
My God, Nick A30 streaming. Sorry.
You got ADHD. I feel like you got ADHD.
Yeah, they keep popping up on my recommended channels, and it's just what my head gets shifted to.
Yeah, you have to have ADHD. I feel like.
I'm about to download Fortnite on my PC and play Fortnite on my PC. Maybe I can finally beat Tim.
You did not say that with your chest. I'm being real. You were not.
Yeah, no.
Yourself.
I do not believe myself whatsoever. We both know what Tim is.
Yep.
Artificial intelligence.
Yep.
He's good at every single game but F1.
I taught him most of everything, actually. Every game, apart from... What game does he play that we haven't?
Nick A30 just got packed.
Minecraft. Oh. Yeah, apart from Minecraft, I've taught Tim most of everything. That's when he first started out. What time? Let's check time. We get going
26.
in. Yep, 1 minute. We get going in 1 minute.
Go
You're
ahead and
enjoying
get
the
your
Fortnite
popcorn,
stream
get
right
your
now.
snacks.
You're enjoying Fortnite right now.
I'm gonna be spectating Windex off the start, just making sure nothing crazy, absurd happens. Producer Windex, he tends to get a little bit rambunctious in turn 1.
This isn't one of the greatest turn 1s in terms of overtaking. I see everyone just sort of fall in line, maybe, for turn 1 here in Abu Dhabi. Very risky to go side by side on heavy field through turn 1. It's a very open corner, not heavy on the brakes either. You saw a moist DNF here on turn 2 actually in X and A. Unlucky to have that happen to him.
We have got 3 seconds, 2, 1, and race should start now. Angela didn't start it. Okay.
I believe formation lap is on. We'll have a formation lap going.
Gotta be
in a couple of
punctual.
seconds. Let's say this. Hayes, who do you think gets a surprise podium? Do you think we'll have a surprise podium finisher today?
I'm gonna go with my boy Windex, honestly.
I'm gonna say Low. Low gets a surprise podium somehow, some way. He finds himself for the first time.
Repping Canada, repping Canada.
Of course, in my home country.
He almost repped Canada in the Canada race, but just barely slipped out of it.
That penalty at the end there just absolutely gutting.
Destroyed his chances.
Nearly got to it. I think it was on the final sort of 5 laps.
And here we go. Everybody should start readying up now. My toe hurts. Somebody slid it open with a cleat and it hurts.
You're always getting injured. I feel like it's partly your fault at this point. But anyway, there we go. Formation lap. There we go. Green lights. They all set off for the formation lap. Warming the tires.
Go ahead and get our things up to date. Telemetry and
everything.
everything.
You already know. I'm on it.
Okay, we've actually got a pretty even. We've got we've got 5 medium runners and 6 hard runners off the start. That's actually very even in the strategy. I feel like the hard runners, if they get a safety car, they pretty much win the race.
Hard tires on heavy fuel does not sound like a fun time to me.
Yeah, I was the only one who started on hards here in CRRL. Suffered for the first 20 laps.
Yeah, but all the top 4 are trying it, so it kind of evens out. But other than that, I'd maybe just because they don't think they'll have a safety car anytime soon.
I'm predicting an absolute butchery.
Wayne wasting absolutely no time pulling so far ahead of these guys.
He just wants to just get it going, get it ready.
You can see what his intentions are for the race already.
Let's see Zola's point of view down in the cockpit.
I wonder if we can do that. Oh, we can. We've only got TV and broadcast, so we can't go into the cockpit. I wish we did. I wish you could psych out the cams like that, but we can't.
Zola just called you a nerd, by the way.
Aw.
He said that he was posting posting quali results, doing admin duties, and I called him a nerd, and then he said I'm not in stoic.
Bro, why am I viewed as a league nerd?
Because you're the fastest one here.
Doesn't make me a nerd. Anyway.
Actually, I feel like Sasha's insane. Sasha and Samuel
he just has pace. He just has a
are
lot of
crazy.
raw pace. He just has a lot of raw pace, actually, Sasha and Samuel. Look at Wayne's starting angle.
Oh my lord, he is ready.
He is aiming directly towards Harry as the lights are on. Here we go.
2, 3 red lights, 4 red lights, and lights out, and away we go. It seems like Wayne got a really good start. Oh yeah. Harry immediately under pressure. Immediately under pressure around the outside goes Zola, but doesn't hold on to it. Windex bumped down to dead last off the start. Oh no!
And he's all the way around down to P11 and last already off the start from the row 2, and that's his race is dim. There's a dim light on it now. Not a lot of hope, but he'll make a comeback drive coming later as Windex jostling for position back there up to P9. We'll look back towards them as I think Harry's about to go for the move onto Wayne actually with a bit of slipstream.
Here goes
Harry
later on the brakes, and he gets it done. Wait, can there be a little switchback? Wait, Wayne's going to go for the switchback. Here we go.
Here enabled. He's looking to the
already
outside.
Wheel to wheel.
Heavy
And
fuel,
Wayne is clear.
He's cleared him before they get to the braking zone. A good straight line setup, and Wayne's back into the lead. Reclaims his position on the switchback move. Further behind, J-Leb all the way up to P3, making big moves to make up for Zola, who's down in P11 now. Catching up to the back of the pack still. As further behind, it looks like Lowe and Shikari going at it into Sector 3.
Windex and Herbie holding hands through the rest of the grid.
As behind, we saw him move to the hotel sector. And
Shikari goes wide to the hotel sector, almost into the wall.
He got caught napping by Snake, and he's through in Sector 3. A lot of shuffling happening in Sector 1, or Lap 1, I believe. J-Leb's close up to the back of Harry. J-Leb's got brilliant pace here. He's close enough to the back of the front runners already. We'll jump on board. We'll look at the front of the pack as J-Leb's actually looking to make a move sometime soon. Onto Harry. And behind actually Snake as well is looking to make a move on Shikari, or defending from Shikari rather. And he holds on. It's further up. We'll see if any sort of slipstream shenanigans happen. And Snake is using his battery to close up to the back of Lowe as well.
And is flown all the way into the lead. Lower battery. J-Leb used all of that battery trying to keep up. Iron's just getting towed along.
Windex looking for a move on Herbie there. He pulled to the inside for a second.
Not even touched the battery yet.
Iron just got a bit of work to do, work out of him. J-Leb on those mediums, we're looking to make the most of them soon. Wayne's already broken out of DRS, just waiting for DRS to be enabled for some of the midfield runners.
Got a little DRS train going.
Let's see what sort of moves can happen. There's a bit of a visual bug. It's showing that Shikari and Lowe are a lap down already.
Wayne is pulling out 2/10 a corner to Harry. Wow.
Oh, someone was super wide there, I believe.
Irons with the fastest lap of the race, absolutely charging. Needs that P1 to stay in the lead of the championship.
Yeah, he does. Who's he need to finish ahead of? Is it Wayne? He's ahead of Wayne.
He needs to finish ahead of Wayne and Harry.
Oh, he has his work cut out for him. He's been a bit unlucky. The unluckiest driver in the whole league this season, in my opinion. See if he can still push through it.
No room for error here.
The
DRS is on. Is J-Leb going to go for a move on Harry? It looks like J-Leb is about to go for a move on Harry. Nope, Harry using that battery to stay ahead. J-Leb stalls out. Doesn't want to go for it just yet. Irons! Oh, had to look around the outside. Harry had a bad exit, and here comes J-Leb with the DRS and the battery. Can J-Leb get it done? J-Leb's cleared him.
And J-Leb gets by in the straight, and he's cleared him into the braking zone already.
They are chasing after Wayne.
He's got the mediums. Maybe he can drag the drivers behind on the softer tire compound to a DRS train with Wayne. This might be beneficial for them, actually. Might be a bit of a genius stroke for J-Leb and the rest of the boys behind him.
Iron's getting a little bit too confident on that acceleration.
Yep,
and Snake with a 3-second time penalty. Iron's insanely
still
wide.
Still just struggling. Maybe just a bit of dirt on his tires. He can't get the car under control.
Iron's just getting into position. J-Leb broke DRS on Wayne on that softer compound. There goes the fastest lap into J-Leb's hands.
Iron's just pushing Harry through the corners at this rate, looking to get through. Maybe
Harry doesn't have DRS on J-Leb. This may actually be a disaster for Harry. He's going to have to battle Irons, and Lowe's right there to clean up.
Harry's been dropped by J-Leb already. Harry maybe just not having the pace in those hard tires as Irons look for a move.
And here goes Irons. Full battery, full DRS, and he clears him no problem.
Yeah. And behind that, we saw Snake going for it on Lowe, and he does do 2 DRS passes in the same straight, and that's Snake up to P5 now. And Irons will set back after J-Leb.
Zola, after 4 laps, has already caught up to the back of Constant.
But wait a minute here as Harry's going to come back at Irons with DRS enabled around the outside. He can try and hold it, but Irons has the inside, defends it well. keeps it down on the line, and Harry does not have that grip to go around the outside. Irons holds on to P3. Good fighting between these two. It's all for the championship, but you never want to see it go too into the red zone. It's just too aggressive.
See it go too far.
Contact. It's good respect shown.
Irons just trying to break the DRS of Jaleb, trying to join that DRS train, but I don't think it's going to happen. Jaleb on those medium tires is going to be getting a lot more grip through these corners.
And Jaleb's rocked up to the back of Wayne already, actually. He's been making massive
Harry
moves.
is almost out of DRS of Irons. What is going on?
Harry does he have damage, or is it just a lack of confidence on those hard tires? Because he's been dropping back to everyone that passes him.
I don't think he has the confidence on those hards.
Everybody that passes him just seems to stretch away before he could even get a chance to come back at them.
Jaleb had a little error, loses a 10th off the exit to Wayne. Wayne's got a lot of battery and is just going to chill and wait.
And Irons
Harry's got the DRS.
Get to the DRS.
Just can't. Jaleb pulling up to the back of Wayne.
You see it's very close. The closest he's been now. 4 times in at DRS, and able to see if Jaleb goes for a move.
Here he goes.
He's deploying the battery. He's going for it. Looking to the outside, and it's a straight line pass. Wayne deploying no battery, just lets it happen, and that's Jaleb through before they reach the DRS zone, or the braking zone. And Jaleb inherits the lead of the race.
The grip difference. And Irons has broken the DRS. Irons is joining in.
Yeah. But Lowe got past Snake on that DRS straight. That's Lowe reclaiming P5. They're having a good battle right here for P5 between the AlphaTauri and Williams, but they maybe need to just relax a bit and pull up to the back of Harry.
Harry loses 6/10 through one corner. Oh no. And Irons has caught the DRS. He's in it. And now Harry's pretty much got to get his head down, or else he's just going to get caught. He's getting hung out to dry. Zola up into P10, saw him go around lap 1, go dead last.
Yep,
but he's catching everyone.
The battle for the lead consists of 2 title contenders and Uncle Jaleb. We'll see who gets the win here, or who comes out on top for now.
Irons barely in that DRS, but he gets it. That's going to help him.
Jaleb's feeling maybe just a little bit out of place, but nonetheless, the winner's a win. He'll be fighting for it. As far as
Wayne is going to be going for it on to Jaleb. It looks like, no, backing out of it.
Get out of it first you can. You don't want to go for a late move there and have someone come back to you with DRS. So Lowe and Snake seem to be fighting it out behind as well.
I think Wayne's going to go for it here. Yeah, there goes Wayne. Just that straight line speed is too great. Jaleb goes wide and leaves the door for Irons, and Irons is completely caught up. Harry is now 2 seconds back from the front runners.
Having a miserable time is Harry.
Now the top 3 are about to be bumper to bumper. Only 2, maybe a car and a half length separating both of them. Going insanely wide.
I've seen a lot of track limit violations from Irons so far. I was wondering if he's getting that penalty soon, because he's been playing a very dangerous game with these track limits for as far as I could see.
Those hards just can't get the exit he wants, and he's trying to get that exit, but
needs to play it safe.
For him.
Needs to start playing it safe, because not every driver will get track limits here. This isn't a track limit heavy track.
This track is a insanely fuel burny track, but that ERS recharge rate is high. So battery shouldn't be that much of an issue. Gaining about 3% per corner and losing only 2% per straight.
We'll see, does Jaleb come back at Wayne now?
I think Jaleb's best idea would be to wait for the second straight. That's exactly what he's going to do. He was so close and nearly into the back of him.
And let's open the door for Irons, who's arrived on speed now. A little mistake, but they've all kept it under control. Does Jaleb come at him with the DRS now?
Jaleb's going to go at him, not even going to touch the battery. Faithful in that DRS, and there he goes. He's not clear. Wayne's going to fight him all the way through. Jaleb does have that tire advantage. Here we go, the exit speed. They are wheel to wheel right through here, and Jaleb backs out, doesn't want to get hit.
That would have been a brilliant move for Jaleb. It gets very squirrely.
Jaleb had a little bit of a squirm.
You can see the tire we're starting to get to him now. All this battling with Wayne isn't helping his tires either. He needs to maybe play it safe. He's on a softer tire compound.
Harry is just still losing time. Wow, he's lost 2/10 in that hotel sector. Wayne having a little bit of a shimmy. And Jaleb has was at like 28% and is up to 38 off of one lap. It's 10% a lap if you don't touch it.
And everybody sort of cycling through. We go for another round of the position shuffle. See if they fight it out again.
Wayne staying ahead, and those mediums are starting to die.
Irons is looking for a move on to Jaleb, I believe, actually, but that DRS just won't allow him to pull to the side of him.
Jaleb's going to try to go for a move on Wayne again. Hopefully not in the back of him another time. Here we go. Beautiful. Getting a good exit, a little bit of a shuffle, a little bit too much of a fear on the power. Jaleb flicks the battery on. I don't think it's going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. He'd have to go for a dive bomb, and he doesn't want to risk that.
And you can see Iron just letting them fight it out. He knows it's going to come to him when Jaleb has to inevitably box before him on those soft tire combos. He'll have all the battery in the world to run around Wayne and maybe stretch a gap. Iron's just loving this, actually, because this is putting him in advantage while they burn their tires up fighting each other. But it's still looking like advantage Wayne for now. He hasn't burned too much battery from what I've seen so far.
Jaleb just, those tires are starting to die, and he's getting a little bit shimmy. He's getting a little shimmy on the exits.
Yeah, mediums will go around 14 laps is what my prediction are. Hards will go around 16 to 17.
Irons is just recharging that battery and sitting on it, and they are gapping the rest of the grid. I don't know if this is a pace difference or if everyone else is just not close to the tire, but they are moving.
These guys have been pulling away now because we know what Harry's like. He's the first driver since Moist to pull off a three-peat, and he has been dropped by these guys. Maybe just not having the pace in those hards here, but these guys are showing some incredible pace here.
Is Jaleb going to go for it? Jaleb's going to go for it.
He does, into the braking zone.
Oh, my Lord, and here comes Irons. Irons almost into the back of Wayne. Jaleb pulls ahead, but that DRS is going to be so crucial.
A bit of a tap
and Wayne's going to fight back. Irons is just going to sit back, recharge that battery, and wait. Wayne's burning all of his battery to get past Jaleb. He knows he can't lose this. Goes for the move on the inside, goes insanely deep. This is going to open the door for Irons. They're fighting, and Wayne pulls ahead. Can Jaleb fight back? 10% battery. He's just going to back off, let Wayne have that. Here comes Irons all the way back to him.
And Jaleb started to blink finally. He's dropped below 10% battery there for a moment. He's starting to blink. He's running out of energy, running out of tires. It's all looking a bit dire for him soon. He needs to start maybe saving some stuff, saving his tires a bit. All his fighting will just put him further and further back when he never needs to pit. As Harry can get a chance to close to the back of them now. This fighting is not helping them whatsoever. And Jaleb more specifically, who has to box the earliest out of the pair now.
Jaleb knows he can't go the distance with those hards, so he's got to get that time. But those hards are dying, and he's losing that DRS rapidly.
The hards, at this point, the hards will actually be faster than the mediums. You can see Jaleb just dumping.
And Jaleb's about to drop out of the DRS.
Yep, this point is the transfer point where the hards become faster than the mediums. And Jaleb, I don't know, it's looking a bit dire. He's run out of battery, run out of tire there. It'll be only a matter of time before Irons gets a chance to pick him off. We will see. He goes wide there. You can see him struggling. The tire goes very narrow, and this will put him under threat from Irons, actually. We'll see if Irons can get a good run at him.
This has helped out. This has helped out Irons sensationally. Irons has just been able to benefit off of this. And here he goes down the inside. They're going to go wheel to wheel. Jaleb's ahead, but there he goes. Irons with the grip, and Jaleb almost gone. Oh, my Lord.
Irons clears him. I told you the hards now have more grip than the mediums, and Jaleb will start to slip backwards. We'll see. They'll drop him.
And that's an incident in the back. That's low spun around.
And it's low. He's got moving again. No damage, but he's
representing Canada, and Gibbs, Windex, and Shakiri a free position. Oh no.
He'll be a bit disappointed. He's running for some good points a second ago, and he's dropped down to P8.
Irons is about to have to fight Wayne on equal tires. Let's see. This is going to show who's the quicker of the two. Irons insanely wide. Irons doesn't have a penalty yet.
We'll see.
Here we go, coming to the DRS straight. Irons is going to claim that DRS along with Jaleb. Jaleb is sticking in it. I believe Jaleb's expected pit time would be around lap 16 and then ride out the hards.
No, I think it's around lap 14 on the mediums. The hards will go a bit longer than the mediums, so it'll be lap 14 or 15.
And J-Leb is just, and Iron is just that straight line speed with the DRS. It is just too great. Keep it straight. He bumps the sausage and taps Wayne. Oh Lord! And then you don't need to use battery here. You've got the DRS, but I guess you can use the battery. But now Wayne's gonna have that insane advantage in the end, and that's gonna be a 40% to 14, 48 to 14.
And Irons got by Wayne there with the DRS pass. They're just swapping every time they go through that back straight. As Harry's actually dropped back the second half. Maybe made a mistake there. He dropped back second half in around 2 laps, I believe. Just not having the pace in those hard tires. Maybe needs to think about an undercut towards some sort of medium, but clearly not.
And Wayne was about to look for a move into that corner without anything. Iron seems to be glitching a little bit. I don't know if that is just the game.
We've seen Irons have a bit of connectivity problems in qualifying.
These are NA servers, so I think everyone here is going to be a little bit laggy. Most of the people here, I believe, are from the UK or around that area. Wayne is going to grab that, but Wayne drops back a lot of tenths. But here we go, DRS. Wayne doesn't need to make the move. Is crucial here. The move is not. He doesn't activate the DRS. He wants to stay behind Irons for as long as he can.
Defensive. Look at that. He's made out go defensive. He's looking around the outside actually.
Throws a dummy, and it almost went. And he's right through. Oh, that move.
And that's Irons now. He's been passing the chicane. Does he come back with DRS? He's going to get overtaken by
And here comes J-Leb around the outside. J-Leb's going to have to go, but he isn't brave enough to make that stick. Snake is caught up to the back of Harry further back.
That was brilliant driving from Wayne, actually. We didn't go defensive and forced him into a mistake. That's a very, very, very impressive display of offense, I should say. It's a bit of a mind game overtake rather than just straight on the brakes and through, but it's all very impressive. Sort of the Fernando Alonso approach to overtaking. But nonetheless, he's back up into P1.
This battery difference between Wayne and Irons is just too great. I think Wayne will have this in the end, unless Irons can somehow get a safety car and make it even. And Snake and Harry are about to start fighting. 4 seconds back.
If J-Leb pit around lap 13, if J-Leb pit at the end of this lap, he'd be in prime position for that undercut. That undercut would put him very far into the lead. They might need to do a bit of tire saving with hard, but they can stretch 17. I'd say he goes for that undercut here. It's worth the risk.
J-Leb is going to have to get that undercut, and he's going to... This is a very short pit lane, though, but a very long exit, so I don't know.
That undercut, no, the tire wear, it's massive here. That undercut will put him a couple seconds in the lead when these two decide to pit around lap 16.
But that tire wear is just going to be ramping up so fast.
We've seen his pace.
Irons is not going to activate the DRS. He's going to sit back and just enjoy the show.
Because when these two go to the softer tires, if J-Leb pits too late, when these two go to the soft tires, they'll pull away from him. We've seen his pace.
J-Leb needs to go right now, ASAP, into the pit lane, or else he's going to have a hard time.
As Harry and Snake are actually fighting out. Snake gets by Harry. Harry just dropping backwards. He can't do anything about it. These hard tires just aren't suiting him. And he's been dispatched by Snake as well, who's moving up, even with that penalty.
Whoa, what happened to Shaqiri? Shaqiri pit. Okay. Went for the undercut. J-Leb doesn't go in. J-Leb opts to stay out. Does he want to pit with the hard runners?
No, it's not. The pit lane window should be this lap for J-Leb. But I was thinking about an undercut because when these two go to the softer tire compound, we'll see them pull very far away.
And Irons leaves as Irons disconnected. Oh
He's
no!
Been DC'd, and that's very tragic for Irons.
That's gonna absolutely tear his race to bits as J-Leb already goes for an overtake.
Yeah, we know the AI are pretty slow. The AI are pretty slow down the straight. He's going wheel to wheel.
No, the AI are insanely strong. Oh, and Herbie retires from the session. Into the wall. Is that going to be a safety car? If that's a safety car, that can actually bring Irons back to where he needs to be. But no, it gets cleared.
It's been cleared up. Unlucky there for Irons. It's going to look like it might be a chance. No, Irons has to reconnect fast as he can before he drops out of DRS. He's been dispatched all the way down to P3. He doesn't want to drop too far back. His Wayne is now.
He's already out of the DRS of J-Leb. Oh,
if I was J-Leb, I'd be thinking about this undercut right about now.
He's got to go it, and Herbie's gone.
He needs to go in. If I was J-Leb, this is the only thing that would be on my mind right now. That's coming to the pit lane. We'll see if he pulls over to the right-hand side.
Box this lap. He's
no,
not going to pit.
He still won't go for it. And he's still just trailing behind the hard runners, just letting himself bleed time.
Harry gets the overtake onto Snake, who goes into the pits on the mediums, the proper call.
Snake's
I believe Windex will be going in next. No, he won't. Windex is going to stay out. Windex has not even touched his battery. Full
look
100%.
at that gap between Snake and Harry when Harry decides to pit, and you'll see just how powerful undercut is as Windex gets by Snake too. In the pit lane, everyone just going by him for now.
Now here comes the longest part of the pit lane, right here, the pit exit.
Irons still hasn't reconnected.
And Irons is about to be under threat from Harry.
The AI is not doing him any justice as Irons has fallen back 2.5 seconds now in about a lap's time. And it's not getting any better, he still hasn't reconnected. As every gap has now opened up to over a second, and we see all the action that we were witnessing before sort of fall to a dull area now. And Wayne has pulled 2 seconds on J-Leb. Maybe J-Leb missed his window to finally pit and get that undercut done. It might be too late now, as he is now just dropping further and further back with every corner they take. It's looking like Wayne may run away. I
invited Irons back, but I don't think he's going to get back in time.
And J-Leb finally pits. He's finally into the box. It may be a lap too late, though.
Just too late. He brought that gap to Wayne for 3 seconds. Wayne's going to be in the clear.
Yeah, it might not be strong enough. And when Wayne comes out with mediums, it'll be...
Irons going to stay out.
You'll see him, then he'll be gone when Wayne decides to go to those mediums.
Harry goes into the pits, too, on the hards. Goes for a little bit of an early move. Going to try to go for an undercut. And then here comes Snake. Look at how devilish that undercut was. Just look at that. That's 4. Don't make it 3. Don't make it 5 positions. No, he doesn't. But he's ahead. He's ahead of Harry and Shaqiri.
Yeah. In 1 lap, and he's overcut him by half a second. It's about a second per lap. That undercut is what it's looking like. It's about time for Wayne to think about his pit stop. As we see, it's about a second per lap, that undercut on Harry to Snake. And it looks like actually Snake might be under threat from Harry already, as Harry with the DRS gets by him before they even get to the braking zone. Later on the brakes, fresher tires is behind him. Shaqiri outtake avoiding action there. It went deep. Comes back out, and I think he's actually out of DRS potentially. And Snake's going to come back at Harry, actually, potentially. Nope, just sticks behind him, not going for a move yet. And Harry with those medium tires will look to set after J-Leb. As Iron still hasn't reconnected. He's been dropped to 8 seconds. Iron still hasn't reconnected. It's not looking good for him. That undercut on J-Leb will be super strong, and Irons will drop back potentially to the midfield now.
And Harry gets by Snake. Snake's really got to play this carefully, though. He went for the undercut, and he's going to be a lap older.
And Wayne still hasn't decided to pit. This is going to be...
J-Leb is a sitting duck. I think he's waiting to the... I think he's going to wait till the definite time. But Irons, this is just absolutely disasterful for him. I'm trying to get him back in, but I think his game is broken. Is Irons back in?
J-Leb's already on the front from Harry actually. Harry's going to get by J-Leb. Looks to the inside. He gets by him before the braking zone. And that's gone. And through the braking zone, yep, to the apex. And he's dispatched J-Leb. But does J-Leb have all of the DLS?
J-Leb is about to go for this one. There's no doubt in my mind he'll go for this one. He's going to make Harry use all of that battery. And then around the outside, Harry does have the grip. Going around the outside may not have been the call here. You got to get those elbows out. There we go.
And he held the inside well. They touched there in the mid corner.
And Wayne goes into the pits. Wayne is into the pits.
We'll see if this undercut. We'll see if Harry. They were fighting for a second there. That might have helped. That might have sort of harmed them in trying to get this undercut on
Shaqiri with a
Wayne.
3-second time penalty. Irons' AI stays out. Oh,
And he
no.
inherits the race lead, but Irons himself still can't
Here
come back.
comes Harry with the fastest lap. Can they get the undercut done? And
They
it looks
do,
like
and
it.
by the looks of it, barely does Harry actually. This is going to be very tight on the exit. Does Harry actually get by
Harry
Wayne?
gets it.
And who does Wayne come out? He comes next,
And
next to
J-Lab's-
J-Lab. Does J-Lab go for the move? He look to the inside. No, he's going for the DRS, but Wayne will have DRS too. And we'll see if he gets by Harry already down the straight. You can see how massive that undercut is. And Irons
Wayne has
is
got
gonna be way, way down the
100%
path.
battery. Now he's about to start chasing Harry on those medium tires.
And even if Irons were to return now, he'd be all the way down to the lower end of the points.
This is an
That's
absolute
pretty
disaster.
For the title leader, Irons, it just doesn't get any better at any point this season. So Wayne is going to set his sights after Harry now. When does Irons' AI decide to pit?
I think it ought to be this lap. If Wayne
It's
or
not.
Harry win this and Irons gets disqualified for the AI being on track for that long, that's going to ruin his title.
It's now a 4-car battle for the lead, but of course Nick with that penalty. So the net P1 is actually in a battle between Harry, J-Lab, and Wayne for the win.
And the
Effectively
Irons
with
AI
Irons'
still doesn't pit. Oh,
hasn't
no.
yet. And they've been caught already. He's been undercut with the pit stop, and they're going to pass him before he even decides to get into that pit lane. So Irons is effectively out of the fight for the win. It's between these three drivers here of Harry, Wayne, and J-Lab. Snake with that penalty will have a bit more work to do if he doesn't win this race. And the Ferrari of Irons is now slipping to the clutches, but I think Wayne's going to have a look on Harry here
Yeah, he's using that. But yeah, here he goes. Wow.
for the race lead, and Harry's already blinking. You just see just how hard he's trying to push to keep Wayne behind, but Wayne, without even using much of his battery, is already by Harry, deploying the battery now for defense. We'll see if Harry can pull alongside him with DRS if it's enough. Does he look to the outside or inside? Doesn't have the straight line speed, and that is
3-second
Wayne.
time penalty.
Wayne is your net effective race leader by closing up to the back of Irons' AI. We'll see if he makes a move into Sector 3. This may just back him up just a little bit. Does he look for a move? No, but Irons' AI on this dying hard is going to back him right up to the back like a Checo Perez look-alike.
And there he
Down the
goes.
side of the hotel.
And
they get
here
by
goes
cleanly.
Harry, gonna go for the same move, and Irons is just descending. AI using all of his battery, and still doesn't go in. What is this AI doing?
This AI just isn't playing his cards for him. At this point, his tires will blow up. It's getting to that range now for Irons. He needs to be in that pit lane soon. As the battle is now effectively, J-Lab's been dropped to a 2.5 seconds already, so the battle now is effectively between Harry and Wayne. Harry's still sticking to Wayne's back.
McLaren has overtaken Ferrari in the constructors already. Oh no.
And the battle for the win now between Harry and Wayne. Harry just maybe putting Wayne on edge there perhaps with that
This is going to be
closing speed.
crucial points for J-Lab and Mercedes, actually. Irons had an absolute disaster class and just can't seem to get anything going.
And the exit for Wayne there. Wayne pulled 7/10 on just one corner exit. Pulled 3/10 away from that straight line speed, and just Harry does not have that speed or battery to get up to the back of Wayne again. He's just sort of hanging on by by a thread just to keep with the DRS zone of Wayne. Already blinking. This has been a very masterful drive from Wayne so far. See if he can close it out. The Snake and J-Lab seem to be going off the podium, and he's broken DRS. Harry has been dropped out of the DRS of Wayne. And
Irons joins, but it's
finally-
too late, and
But
his
it's
AI is
way
not
too
into the
late.
pits.
And he still won't pit. He's about to be overtaken by his teammate actually, that is Irons. It's just too little too late. He'll go to the soft tires, maybe go for a fastest lap just to make up whatever he can, but it is too little too late for XRL Irons here, and it still continues to pour It is a Category 5 hurricane in Irons' camp right now. This doesn't end. No matter where you look, what track we go to, Irons' luck still won't take a turn for the better. But Wayne is still, he broke the DRS for a minute, but Harry's right back into that DRS. We'll see if he can get a good exit as Shikari gets by his teammate on those aging hards. Just slips further and further back. He'll drop
Irons
right
looks
to
to
the back of the
actually
field.
be in control now.
But he'll drop right to the back of the field when he needs to box. And Harry's just blinking. He can't recharge any battery. Wayne not using any can still just keep him at bay. He could choose to pull away whenever he wanted at this point. Just controlling all that he needs to. And the gap stretches back to 9/10. We'll see if he can break the DRS again.
Irons' tires are miserable. And Irons is going to drop all the way to dead last, I'm pretty sure. Oh, this has been an absolute disaster.
The Irons realizes that Irons now finally into the pits, and we will see. He's going to go to the soft tires for
He's
sure.
going to get overtaken by Lowe, Windex, and Zola. That's dead P9.
Yeah, when it rains it pours, as the saying goes. But this is.
If he can claw back to P6, that'd be a miracle. But I don't think it's going to happen.
Maybe give him some hope. Maybe he can do some damage limitation. Maybe climb back up to where his teammates.
He's got to get.
Soft tires.
He's got to get that fastest lap, and he's got to get whatever points he can to be able to salvage anything. Because more than likely, Wayne is going to win this, and Harry's going to get P2, which is going to advance them greatly.
Yep. Wayne has broken the DRS of Harry. Harry still just settled back into P2. Not having that pace on the hards, but he's climbed all the way back to P2. J-Lev is in the battle for the podium. He looks like he has it secured with a penalty for Snake. As long as he keeps it clean, it's looking like it's J-Lev's podium to lose. And we just watch Wayne just pull off in the distance with around 6 laps remaining as he crosses the line now. And very controlled, a very brilliant drive from Wayne, must be said. Not really at any point did it look like he was going to for sure lose this race or under threat massively from any of the drivers behind him.
This was a disaster.
For one driver in particular. For most of the drivers, it looked alright, except for Zola. Zola on the start. His race was over before it pretty much started.
Mercedes is going to struggle even more to get points. J-Leb needs to bring home that podium.
As
It is
Windex
desperation.
and Lowe. I think Windex got by Lowe. Lowe maybe made a mistake there. As we'll ride on board with these guys. The closest battle
Windex
now.
flew past Lowe.
Yeah, well, Lowe maybe made a mistake there. I didn't see that gap closer under a second, but Zola's now close up. It's now a three-way battle for P6. Windex had a very good comeback drive. Speaking of comeback drives, Irons will look to the back of these guys in a couple laps time as well. But does Lowe have the pace on Windex? We'll see. On board of him, does he have that DRS pace? Not deploying any battery. Not thinking about it just too much just yet. Not that much closing speed either, and he will slot and stay into P7 for this lap. So just sort of winding down now, and we come to the final bits of the laps.
Nothing even really. Whoa, J-Leb's catching Harry. Wait, J-Leb may actually be able to bring home a P2.
Those medium tires will start to wear back into the hard tire ranges. The hard tire is going to flip-flop with the medium anytime. So there's a yellow in sector 2.
And that
like
is constant.
The Aston Martin is constant. I don't think it's DNF'd. He's gone moving. No
Spin,
safety car. Just a safety car.
A safety car may have actually been what Harry needed, but
well, just Harry. I think they'd all box for softs.
it's all Abu Dhabi, where last-second safety cars come in clutch.
Yeah, but we've already seen one DNF and no safety car, so it's all just winding down. As we see Lowe going to go for the move on the Windex here, potentially. Looks to the inside. As you see later on the brakes, he is. Later on the brakes to the apex, gets it nice and clean. Goes narrow, though. Goes very deep. Has to go narrow on the exit. And Windex is right under the rear wing of him again. Does Windex have the DRS and battery to get down? He does with the overspeed, and he'll make it as easy as he likes. And he's right back up in the P6. Lowe just overcooked it a bit there, and Windex reclaims his position. That's right behind. I think Zola might just be licking his lips a little bit, looking at these two fighting. Maybe they make a bit of a mistake. That brings him back up into the fight for P6. So Irons is finally going to catch up to the back of these guys in a minute here. He's right on. You can see him in frame now. Close 5 seconds in 2 laps. And he's coming for this comeback drive.
Wow. Nothing interesting going on ahead except for Jaleb closing into the DRS. Wait a minute.
Further ahead, yeah. We might see a battle for P2 sometime soon. As you monitor that gap.
Jaleb's 1,000, 2,000s off of it. Will he get it through the corner? No, Harry Polt stays ahead.
No further behind.
No, he gets it. Jaleb got it. Oh, no.
P2 incoming soon, but right now, Lowe's under threat from Zola now, and they're going to go 3 wide potentially here down the main straight. 3 wide with
Windex
Zola,
just getting
Windex
jumped.
And Lowe gets up into P6. Zola claims P7, and Windex down to P8, all in one straight. And look who's arrived on scene with those new socks. Iron is going to be looking to make moves here
Shaqiri
too.
gets another 3 second. Let me get a penalty check. Shaqiri the only one with a 6 second. That's going to benefit Zola, perhaps.
And
Zola
looking down
can
the inside
catch
of
him.
Windex. Windex went a bit wide. Iron just looking around the outside of
Irons
Windex now.
Going for it. Windex and Irons are common for little mistakes, but there we go.
Around the outside, good driving with those soft tires from Irons. He gets by Windex around the outside of the hotel section.
Irons has got to get any points he can.
In 1 lap, Windex has fallen from P6 all the way back down to P9. What a tornado of just chaos for him in that 1 lap. But now Irons has set his sights after the Mercedes and Williams ahead of him. That's further ahead actually. Jaleb is deep into the DRS of Harry. We'll be seeing if he makes a move. Harry we've seen him with that tire wear before on the first stint. He can't cope with it. Just cannot have that tire wear match. That's what has in real life too. Just can't cope with that tire wear. And Jaleb's deep into that DRS. Let's see if he goes for a move here. If he looks to the outside, Harry.
Zola, come on, man.
And that's Jaleb up in
Jaleb
the P2.
gets the move. Oh, Harry almost into the back of him. Keep it moving. Come on, Jaleb. You got to keep it going. It's not over yet.
Gonna slot back in. It's further behind. It looks like Irons and Zola were battling for a second there. I just saw Irons go wide for a second. Irons is up in the P7. Zola's under threat from Windex.
Jaleb's actually catching Wayne, but too late. If Wayne makes a mistake, Irons or Jaleb may actually be able to benefit off of it.
We'll see if Jaleb can give everything he has, but through the sector 3, it looks like Zola and
Jaleb's pulled out of the DRS of Harry completely.
But he's not catching Wayne by too much anymore. He's actually losing in that sector 1. It's only sector 3 where he's really catching him.
Irons with another 3 second.
Or
3 second. Oh no.
Oh, and that's all of his work already done, unless he has some sort of pace that he's been hiding from us. And
I think that dealt the final blow.
As Harry's actually pulled back into the DRS of Jaleb. And it's looking like Irons may be going for a move on the low here soon. Maybe a Max Verstappen X dive bomb. As further ahead, they're going to fight for P3 as well. And Irons gets by. We'll move up to P3 for a second here. Irons goes down on the inside of the brakes, but it looks like Harry may be making him back a move for P2. But no, with DRS he can't. He just doesn't have the straight line speed for that. Irons is through, but does Lowe have the DRS pace?
Windex is going to go for a move. Wait. No, he's not. Windex backs down.
Irons is completely burned through his battery. We'll see if Lowe can make any sort of charge back onto him. There's not much closing speed there, and with those new tires, the exit Lowe is just left completely into the dust. And it's further behind. It's looking like they've settled down. Windex and Zola still hold position. Harry is still just clinging onto the DRS of Jaleb ahead in 2 laps remaining. will jump on board with the front runners. On the
Harry is
lap.
still trying to stay in that DRS.
And Harry's been dropped out. He's deploying every bit of battery he has, but
I know Jaleb's heart is thumping right now. Trying his best. Harry gains 2/10. It's not good for Jaleb.
He's into that DRS and firmly in there at that. He's going to make a charge onto this lap. It's 4/10 down. He's made a big charge into that DRS. And we'll see if he has that pace on the exit. Goes narrow, more narrow than Jaleb did, but he gets a slightly worse exit. It's not good enough for Jaleb. And using all the battery he has, does Harry have a straight line pace to pull next to Jaleb? No, he doesn't. There's a breaking good now. Jaleb survives one more lap, but one more lap is all they have left for Harry to make this move. As further behind, Windex and Zola are going at it, tangling right now. Does Windex have the pace to get more Zola? Zola's been completely dispatched on the DRS. He's blinking now. Windex actually has more battery than Zola does right now. Let's see if Windex goes for any move down the inside. He's going to look for it. Will he hold it? Just contact, slight bit of rubbing, not big contact though. And Zola around the outside holds it. Just a bit better racecraft, and Windex is
Zola's keeping it.
Can. He didn't deploy any battery, however, and Jaleb's broken the DRS of Harry on the final lap. And that is Harry outside of the DRS, and I think that's all of his chances gone, as he is firmly out of there and gone. As we'll watch this battle now, we'll cut to our race lead for a second. As our man here, cruising around the track. He's been brilliant today. Has Wayne just absolutely flying. Nobody could really touch him. Coming to the end
Wayne
of his
pretty much has got it sealed, but Harry's out of the DRS. Jaleb may actually bring this home.
Only one more battle left to be decided, and that's the battle between Zola and Windex. If Windex has a move, if you have any sort of sniff of a chance here. As with the straight line
and
pace and all
Windex
that battery
flies past him. Windex has got the huge battery advantage. Let's see what can transpire. Both need DRS. I think Windex may cling on to it.
Is further up ahead, and
it
Windex
like
does cling on to it. Further up ahead, your man absolutely dominant today. No one can raise a candle to
And
him.
Wayne wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Jaleb P2, Harry P3, Snake coming around the final corner to claim his P4. Shaqiri with the 6-second time penalty may be bumped. No, he won't. My mistake. Coming around the final corner. That's P5. Irons coming around the final corner. That's P6. And Windex loses out to Zola with the 3-second.
Yep. On penalties, Windex.
And then Lowe representing Canada, coming around the final corner. I think he may have ran out of fuel. No, he didn't.
That fastest lap. He boxes us off. He's going for the fastest lap. Does he get it at the end here? Trying to make sure
he does.
Points to the line. No, he doesn't.
And then Constant Jet, the man, the myth, the legend.
Not only did Wayne win the race today, but he's now in the lead of the championship with that win. I'm pretty sure. If I'm not mistaken, that's Wayne in the lead of the championship, and he'll be very pleased with himself. That drive was very dominant indeed. He's Constant, the only one left to finish, just trundling to the line now. It's been a rough day for him, a bit of a quiet drive, but nonetheless, it's still P10 in points. He'll be happy with that. You see some sort of celebratory swirling right there. And across the line, that is the end of round 13. Constant rounds out the final points, but brilliant drive from Wayne, a brilliant drive from Jaleb to get back to a podium position from, I think, about P6, and there you go, your driver of the day and my driver of the day as well. That was a very good drive from him. Irons continues his streak of just poor luck, and he'll be looking to break that next time out in Belgium, which is next week this time again. It's a very unique track, very bumpy. Me and Hayes have a bit of history there ourselves.
Yeah.
surrounding a certain $5 bill and a championship hitman.
Always.
Nonetheless, your driver there takes the lead of the championship. Harry jumps up to P2, and Irons, I think, falls all the way down to P3. In the championship,
Absolute disaster.
Harry gets that fastest lap as well, and there you go. That's the end of round 13. That surprise podium came in the form of J-Leb, and not low like I thought it would be. Not Zola like you said, but the other Mercedes.
And Wayne takes an astonishing lead.
Yep.
On the
That is
championship.
We'll wait to return to the lobby here, but that is the end of round 13,
Irons
folks.
claims P6, but no fastest lap.
Yep.
That's going to hurt his championship. And Harry with the P3 and the fastest lap. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, but as we wait to return to the lobby, that's the end of round 13, folks. As I said, next time out, this time again on Sunday, we will see you all for round 14 in Belgium. 5 rounds remaining after this, I'm pretty sure. The championship still has not been decided. X1 in about an hour's time. Let me check the time. Yep, X1 in around an hour's time, hour and a half-ish. We had short qualifying and no safety cars, so it was a very quick day for X2, but...
Tune in.
Tune
into X1. See me and Stoic suffer. Tune in.
I'm pretty sure it'll be J-Leb and Zola as your commentators for X1 again. Your typical crew for this weekend. But that is it for round 13. We'll catch you all this time next week for Belgium. Signing off for now. Thank you for watching, and that is all.